Yeah, so the No Jumper News finally did a stream that did not include Poetic Flocka, or better known as Jalo, or better known as Poetic Bisonback. Over here we call him that, and it's very fitting because his university that he's so proud of, they're the North Dakota State Bison. That is their mascot. So he's literally the university's mascot, just in human form, walking around spewing hate all throughout the Los Angeles and greater Los Angeles area. But anyways, Flacco's new seat was taken over by the Adam16 himself, and it was going well. It was a very good show. The views were way better than usual. I think they almost hit 5,000 live views, which I want to say is a first for the No Jumper News since its return. Speaking of returns, Hellcat returned. We're gonna do a whole nother episode on what she brought to the show, because that shit was crazy. But just gotta let y'all know now that there's another one loading up for sure, for sure. That's the very next video I'm working on after this one. But speaking of this one, so Adam says the N word when he was with Rosenberg. Rosenberg said that they had a little N word party on that side of the table, and yeah, we're going to break that down, and then we're going to look at an old clip of Adam saying the N-word back in the day, like way back, way back, right? And then we're going to get into Adam defending a weird case. Now, what weird case? Well, the most infamous weird case or cases probably of all of hip-hop history. The Drake thing with the 17-year-old girl on the stage. Yeah, we're going to break down Suspect being the only one man enough to challenge Adam on that, as Adam goes with his new thing. Oh, who cares? Who cares? When he says that, you know he's about to crash out, or he just got done crashing out. And that's the thing. Adam seems to like not be able to stay out of his own way at this point. He keeps on getting his own way, where it's, oh, this stream's going well, this is entertaining, they're funny, and then he says something and I say, you shouldn't be talking about that, pal. You need to sit that conversation out. You're Adam16 at the end of the day. Why are you talking about that? And he did it again, so let's get into it.
Like
most regular
what
people are
percent of
though.
the
Yeah.
world?
Yeah, most regular people are psyched on judges, right?
I
Like,
mean,
When you say
people-
psyched, can you clarify?
They hold them in high regard. They're like well-respected community members.
Right.
Like, yeah.
He could never talk down on the judges, even if he wanted to.
Yeah, no, of course.
Well, no, I can anonymize it and say whatever I want.
Okay.
But if I put a name on it,
Right.
Your Honor.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But no, they watch my IG. All the DAs watch my IG.
Really?
They watch your IG.
Yeah.
The detectives, they watch it.
Because
Because we're throwing little gems out there, right? Some people are implicating themselves with their own social media. Not us here.
Not
us.
Ever. Never
Not us.
When I was watching the judge in the Young Thug trial recently and Traplo Ross's documentary, when he was so mad at Brian Steele because of that secret meeting that they had with Woody.
He was mad that he knew about that shit.
The judge has no idea how he found out about it, and he's so fucking mad. And he eventually kind of like deduces that the defense was probably in cahoots with him about it. Yeah. But the judge like really can't do anything about it. He tried to lock him up. He got overturned.
He's supposed to go to jail. He's like, the only thing that I ask is if I just can be cellies with Young Thug while we fight our case.
Yeah. Because over the weekend,
Hey, I saw a comment.
I just had to leave that little tidbit in there of Rosenberg saying that like all the people at the courts watch everybody's Instagrams, especially like, well-known public figures and well-known documented gang members. Because that's just a fascinating piece of information that I think, we should chronicle on this channel. But the main thing here is popping up now. Rosenberg broke the golden rule, that he kind of got here 2 hours into the stream, so they didn't get to explain to him, like, hey, our chat kind of mostly hates everybody on the camera. Even if they don't actually hate anybody on the camera, it's just fun to talk shit. So don't pay too much attention to the chat. So Rosenberg, he's geeked up, tweaked out, and he's paying attention to the chat. And here we go. Buckle up, because it's about to get a little racist.
soldier right
That's
there.
fire.
I saw a comment that made me laugh. It said Rosenberg.
Out hood.
Yeah.
What's that?
My
Like
nigga
Rosenberg.
Instead of
Rosenberg.
saying Rosenberg,
Oh.
With a C because I'm a
Rosenberg.
crib.
That's not bad.
But check this out.
Would you represent a blood?
I have.
Oh, okay, good.
Rosencrantz.
I just,
Say
but
less,
this is
say
what I'm
less.
saying. And I said this to Crip Mac before. Everyone says neighborhood, but why don't we say neighborhood?
What?
like.
No, is that wrong?
What the fuck?
Changing the
Is that wrong?
in neighborhood. He's asking because neighborhood, right? But
It's got to be in it.
No, that sounds too close to nigger.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah, I'm like,
Hey, you might be.
fuck?
I think you're on it, big dog.
It sounds like
Now, don't fall for that cap dap that Rosenberg just gave Brick. Rosenberg was throwing shots low key at Brick the whole time, or maybe it may have not even been all the way intentional, but you know he was low key coming off a little bit. Like, I don't even want to call him full blown racist because that's kind of messed up. I don't know the guy like that. I wasn't in the room, but just kind of just the signs of like only soliciting services to Brick. Like, hey, you might not need to get out of jail, but you might know people that need to get out of jail, and you should refer them to me. But you don't tell that to Lush and Adam until they bring. You know, it's just like little weird shit like that. That as black men, we're kind of we're trained through life experiences to pick up on that stuff. And Brick did kind of get on his head after that, and I think this was one of the main moments where Brick got to get a little bit of his lick back in a way. But then Adam finds a way to throw himself under the bus, and here it comes right now.
that lady, the news reporter who was reporting on Kobe Bryant.
Megan?
Wasn't it Kobe Bryant's death? And she was trying to say Lakers and something else at the same time, and it ended up coming out sounding like the N-word. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I think so.
That wasn't Megan, right? Megan Cuniff?
No, it wasn't her. No.
I feel like the most dangerous sports team name to say would be like the Knicks.
Oh yeah, that could go bad.
That might
Yes.
have been that.
Yeah.
If you're lit,
Like the
Yeah.
Knickerbockers.
and you kind of
You feel me?
slur
Say
that.
the Knickerbockers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slur
The
that.
Nickerson Gardens
That's
is
what
always.
Knickers.
I can't say it without someone saying, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Hey. Exactly. You're damn right you can't say it without someone saying, hey. You damn right. Because that sounded crazy. That right there sounded insane. He got two of them off. He got two off in less than 10 seconds. Come on, fam. Come on. We got to do better. We cannot let the 16 keep getting away with this behavior. But it you know, the plot thickens. It gets worse. So, that was what? Last Tuesday, I think? I'm recording this early Tuesday morning. You know what I'm saying? It just became Tuesday. So, I think that was a full 7 days ago. It's either on Tuesday or Thursday. I do not recall. Oh, yeah, probably Tuesday. Because Adam doesn't really do the Thursday show, right? So, yeah, that was 7 days ago that took place. But then, so fast forward to Monday afternoon now, where Cliff World and Hellcat were on the No Jumper News, and again, no Flacco, woo, throw up the confetti and all that. There was no Flacco on the news, so that was lit. But like I said earlier, Adam found a way to get in his own way, and he kind of had Hellcat on here. They ended up talking about race, which is funny because that's the main thing they say, you know, about Flacco. That's his problem. But the thing is, the audience didn't mind because it's not like a spaz talking about it. It's a bunch of seemingly civilized people that know how to articulate their points and keep it pushing on to the next topics. But I relate these clips because they kind of gave Adam an out on the whole N-word thing, if he ever wants one. They basically say, you know, if it rolls off your tongue smooth, I'm not going to say nothing to you because, you know, that's a part of your culture. If you a culture type of white boy who be in the hood every day all your life, then it is what it is. Even though we all know Adam's from New Hampshire, it did seem a little yes man-ish. And how I know I'm not tripping on the yes man energy when it comes to that in particular is in the clip that comes up after this with the whole Drake argument that Suspect was the only one that went against Adam in this situation. But let's get into this inward pass debate, or not even debate, just conversation that they were having on the No Jumper News. The Flacco less No Jumper News. This is a sneak peek of what it will look like when they finally relieve him of his duties. The views were at least double what we've seen on all the No Jumper News videos since the return of the news. So if they're going off of what's best for business, not what's best for Flacco's feelings, yeah, then we're probably gonna get what we want, which is Flacco up out the paint, box his ass out. Let's go.
Like,
Yeah,
which New York City?
Sound crazy.
Don't from saying it when somebody. I feel like if a black person tell you cause didn't 10 Jake used to say the N word?
I will say this: as a white boy in hip hop, I have seen many white people in hip hop say the N word off camera. I don't even think 1090 Jake has said it on camera, so I don't feel bad saying that about him. But there's a lot of people out there who are white that say it off camera, and me as a white boy who doesn't say it off camera, I'll always be sitting back like, oh, okay. Silently like, oh, word.
Well, the thing is
I'm the same on camera as I am off.
Do they say it around?
I might be more offensive off camera, but essentially my personality on and off camera is basically the same.
I done seen two.
Before I let this continue, I feel like Adam22, pardon my manners. I think that Adam16 is the type of person that definitely says the N-word in his sleep. He definitely says it around the house. He probably walks in the crib after a long day at the No Jumper offices and daps up his wife and says, "What up, my nigga? How you doing?" And then starts banging a random set. I wouldn't put it past him. That's probably how he plays around at the crib. Let's keep it real.
White boys call each other niggas.
Oh yeah.
I live in Washington State, so let's be real now. I done seen it before.
I mean, like any like gangster ass Asian kids, I'm used to it. Mexicans, like whatever. It's like, but the number of white people who don't say it on camera and say it off camera, it's a thing.
Didn't Milk 74 used to say the N word? He don't say it no more.
I feel like he still slips it in. Didn't he say it in the interview we did with him and stuff a little bit?
He slipped it in, but it's natural. See how
but it's natural from
slip like I said the N word. Said it. I feel like, man, General Lee, we got to know your background some more. We don't know what they're good. You can't say rolling 60s, Captain, and General Lee, the Confederate. Come on now. Stop that.
I don't know who Jen Lee is. I think he might be reaching on the General Lee name comparison. He might not. I don't know the dude. I don't know. I'm not familiar with his content or whatever it is that he's known for. But what I am familiar with is Adam16 and the people that are regulars on No Jumper, right? And I am familiar with what we just saw, which is Adam16 finding slick ways to say hard ERs and the endearment versions of the N-word on live stream, in the presence of a bunch of black people. Because, outside of what's on camera, Brick got all his whoever's orbiting around him and this and that going on. And Suspect in the front room playing Madden. So that shit's out. That's not cool, man. They letting Adam get it off. He's not doing it blatantly like how this Jen Lee person they're talking about. And then I'm gonna let this clip finish. But the next clip coming up, we're gonna see a older clip of Adam's N-word usage. This is a repeat offense type of thing.
Well, he out there pushing the line though, so if you want to find that nigga, he on 6th Street and looking for the phase too. He ain't backing down.
General Lee, wait till I heal up, General Lee. Yeah. Well, I can see me and Jen Lee being cool though.
I got 10,000 on you, Cliff.
I know you do. I know you.
But
should.
Are you going to be able to get over the N-word thing once you catch the fade or whatever?
Well, because this is why I feel. I feel like everybody should after that. Because it'll give him a allowance. Like, okay, well, this nigga caught a fade.
He got a win though. If
he ain't got a win. No, he don't.
So if you just catch a fade with you straight, he got the pass.
As long as he catches the fade and is willing to catch the fade with the descendant of a slave. Yeah. Now, I would prefer you not to call me that, Jen Lee, no more. But if it roll off your tongue naturally, hey, you get to say it.
Now keep in mind that last little sentence there. If it rolls off your tongue naturally, pause. The N-word is about to roll off Adam's tongue real naturally in this old clip It's only 8 seconds long, so pay attention.
The new Future mixtape.
Yeah.
One of the fucking choruses is "All my niggas pop Zans unemployed." I'm like, that doesn't sound cool at all. That sounds all.
I mean, yeah, you can dismiss that as, oh, he was just reading the lyrics, this and that. But when somebody goes out of their way to say the Nickerson Gardens incorrectly and purposely saying the name that has been, let go, the New York Knickerbockers, that name was what it was, if I'm not mistaken, on the whole history of that. That like was a racist name. That's like naming, you know what I mean? Like certain things that historically were proven to be a racist term and no longer are that for a reason. They changed it to the Knicks officially for a reason, right? So going out of your way to say that on your platform, it makes it hard for me to dismiss the old clip that everybody had dismissed at the time because it was before all the weird stuff came about, before the whole proudly waiting in the bushes for the 16-year-old to become 18, but you actually went and got intimate with the young girl once she became 19, only because the relationship you were in ran a year longer than you were out of the whole story. I'm just semi quoting the story that Adam16 has told multiple times. We're all familiar with it by now. But that was this guy's sentiment. Now, why am I talking about this? In case you weren't paying attention in the beginning, it's because in this next clip from this same No Jumper News from the Monday show, Almighty Suspect sitting behind bro like a devil on his shoulder, but he's really like the only voice of reason. It's such a twisted world, this No Jumper universe, that the voice of reason, the person with some sense, the person with that's representing a moral compass, is considered the devil on the shoulder. You see what I'm trying to say? That's how twisted and demented this universe is. And Suspect's the only one willing to challenge their massa in this situation, who's sitting in the seat of Big Funky Fred. I bet you that couch permanently stank. Just on a side note. And speaking of stank, why hasn't Jalise spoke the entire No Jumper News other than to bring up some Sacramento drama between her and some girl that she been beefing with? Keep that shit on your channel. We don't care. Adam always want to talk about, once people start talking about having inappropriate relationships with children, about what he doesn't care about. Let me tell you what we don't care about. We don't care about nothing Jalise got going on other than these simp incel losers that are out here, just watching with their hand ready to fight they crotch, if you know what I'm saying. Us people that actually out here with real lives, we don't give a rat's ass what Jalise got to say about nothing. But anywho, and for those of y'all that might not agree with me yet, wait until you see her try to defend her man's Adams.
Anti-Drake stance comes from his hatred of the fact that Drake is so successful, because if Cardi is your evil twin, I mean, it kind of removes you from being able to have this elitist perspective on Drake, right?
So Cardi got payroll charges? Or
no, but I mean,
like, you get what I'm saying?
And I do feel you that it's like what
different.
What is so but Cardi is basically like a proud non-participant in his kid's life, according to Iggy Azalea.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there's a whole bunch of other stuff you could probably list off about Cardi. I do think like Fantano's take is dependent on the idea that Cardi is actually just as bad as Drake or whatever. But I mean, really, all that comes back to the fact that Kendrick's critique of Drake is based on a lie, which is the idea that he's some sort of.
I don't think that's a lie. He kissed that teenager on stage.
We talked about that way enough. That ain't nothing.
That's out.
See, there it goes right there. Who cares? Who cares that he fondled and kissed a 17-year-old girl in front of thousands of people? Who cares? Excuse me? What do you mean? Who cares? Every normal adult in the planet cares. That's why the beef went the way that it went. That's why it was such a flawless victory. Because the majority of people care. What are you talking about?
Who cares?
That's a pedo.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
A pedophile is someone who's attached to children.
You kissed the minor on stage.
Oh,
and
God.
she
Do we really have to have this?
We've had this. Damn, you up here thick as hell.
Now I know this cell phone audio from whenever year this took place in is pretty trash, but don't let that go over y'all heads. After he asked the age, after he already went too far, in front of all them people, he asked the age, he said 17. Everyone said, oh shit. Then he says, oh no, I can't go to jail yet. So he knows what he's doing is wrong. And then he doubles down. This is Drake Kelly. Drake Kelly is in action. Robert S. Kelly, more like Aubrey S. Kelly. Aubrey S. Kelly Graham, I don't know. If y'all come up with a more clever one in the comments, go on and drop it. Oh, but wait though. Buddy be suing the commenters. Tried to at least. We seen that failed too. Just L after L. But this is way back. He said, I can't go to jail yet. So you knew what you was doing was wrong, and you still went ahead and did all this.
17? Why do you look like that? You thick. Look at all this. Well, I guess that brings to a close our one. So, I got one question for you though. I want to know, like, you know, I know they came to see a rap show. I know there's a lot of rap fans in here and shit like that. You know, my man right there, see what's up, man. My man right here, my man keeps saluting me over there. You know, I see y'all, man. My nigga up there, man. You know, all my rap fans in here, right? But I just want to know if you think maybe for like the women of Colorado, I should just take one opportunity to sing one song. You think so? As a Colorado woman, you'd enjoy that? All right.
I've endured enough brain rot to where I think y'all should be able to excuse me for not pulling the clip, but I believe in the academic stream. At some point within the last 3 months, one of the main defenses for this incident that we're reviewing here was that, oh, you know, the age of consent in Canada is different, yada, yada, yada. Nah, fam. He just confirmed again that they're in Colorado with it. You know what I'm saying? That they're in Colorado. The girl, you know, the 17-year-old at the time already told him that she's from Denver, so this is a tour stop in Colorado. I forget which city in Colorado, but they're in the state of Colorado. That's all that matters. I don't know the age of consent there, but I don't think it's on some Alabama shit. I don't think it's on some Mississippi shit or whatever the inbreed states. I don't think it's like that. So this is crazy. The fact that you still got grown men with weird situations around their own names hopping online every day, putting on the armor of Drake, not the armor of God, but the armor of Drake, and going to battle for this dude every day and saying things like, oh, well, you know, he's a Canadian, the age of consent there is 16 in Canada, it's just what nah, that's not a valid excuse. Just because the law says something does not mean you are morally okay to do it. Just as I said with the Marvelous situation, that if you 40, you don't got no business dating a 20-year-old. You're weird. Period. Drake, you're weird. You're weird. And that's why you got ethered. But you got Adam22 and this Sacramento freaking sleazer, this streetwalker. Oh man, I don't want to violate Jaleese too much, but she kind of deserves it. She kind of deserves her. She gonna get her week. I mean, she has enough drama in her life. She got real street beef. This a whole nigga herself. She a man woman as far as how she move. She played her music video last time with Flocko. Flocko was gassing up. If Jalise was a man, he would have said, "Get this buffoonery off of my screen." But he had Josh playing the music video. He had Josh playing the music video on the news. Jalise every shot holding the glizzy. I'm not talking about a Nathan's either. Yeah, she out here moving like a whole man. But anyways, they're defending mainly those two. Now, I'll give the guests their credit. Remo ended up messing up and defending a little bit, joining Adam's side a little bit too. So I don't rock with you with that, even though Remo does seem like a solid dude overall. I get it. You need your job security and all that. Keep getting your money, black man. Seem to be one of the only solid people in this space. But Almighty really don't be afraid to stand up to Adam. It's a documented history of that. To where it's like, dang, he be actually doing what Adam says he wishes that the other host would do, which is not be afraid of conflict, because it does make for good podcasting. Which this was a good news episode. It was actually entertaining. It was actually engaging. The chat was booming. The numbers were decent. You can't say the same for when Flacco's running it. It would have just became a whole Drake glaze. Yes, we still have some Drake glaze, but it's because Adam has a special place in his heart for people that are alleged to have done inappropriate things with minors. Because he's alleged to have done inappropriate things with minors. So he has a soft spot in his black, evil, upside down cross heart for that. You know what I'm saying? Of course he's going to defend it. But it ain't no defense. You're defending somebody who said, "Oh man, I can't go to jail yet." How can you defend that? What is there to defend in this particular case? When somebody references this video, you cannot defend that. And Suspect is in the right. And shout out to Suspect for staying 10 toes down when two people in the room went silent and the other two joined up and was speaking out against what you were saying, which was some solid shit. And then you got Remo kind of in the middle. But, just a little, Adam, I'm on your side. But he ain't really, I don't think Remo, if we was chilling in the garage, just homies, he would have said, "Nah, Adam, you tripping." But since you don't want to call out, it's good leadership, it's good workplace habits to not call out the boss on camera, especially if you're not as established as you may want to be or whatever the case may be. I get it. It just sucks in this case that your boss is Adam16 and that your job is to be on camera. That does kind of suck. But anywho, let's get back into this clip.
Well, listen, 17. I had fun. I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breasts feel against my chest. I just want to thank you.
This is just. We talked about this too much. This is just. We talked about this too much. This is just. We talked about this too much.
I feel like everybody's gassing the whole Drake
Y'all
narrative.
crazy.
I don't.
Of course he's not.
So that's not weird.
He not.
Okay,
bro. Like,
The Diddy lawsuit came out, and
So
he
that's
had
not weird?
hundreds of lawsuits within a month or two.
So that's
To hell with what Adam16 is ranting about. That is the most that Jalise spoke, other than when they asked her about her Sacramento street beef. That's a terrible look. That the only other time you speak is to take Adam's side on this subject. You should have stayed quiet like the two guests did. Just stay quiet on this one. Sit this one out. I don't know if Hellcat's really a guest. I guess she used to work on the news all the time or whatever. But just shut up. Just stop. And we, like I said before, we don't care about your Sacramento street beef. Save that for your platform. Or at least I don't care. Maybe y'all do. Maybe y'all do, because y'all, some of y'all, I love Jalise. He's mid at best. Get over yourselves. Go touch grass. Go touch grass. Seriously. You like masculine woman? Y'all might as well say that y'all got a crush on Hellcat. That's crazy. Anyways, though, we're going to let the video wrap up on that note. Thanks for watching. leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. And I'll see you on the next one.
Drake has none.
So
no
that's not
woman
weird.
has ever put a case on Drake.
Thank you.
So that's not weird. That's not crazy. Kissing a 17-year-old and
It's
saying,
weird,
damn,
but
she
it
up here
also
thick.
He thought he was in control. How wrong he was.